So last year, I stayed up until 2 a.m. binding a gift for somebody who pretty much barely acknowledged what I made. Yeah, I had holiday music playing, hot cocoa in a festive mug, the whole Pinterest-worthy vibe going on. But in the end of it, I was crying into my thread trimmings and questioning all of my life choices. This year, we're going to do things differently, and I'm going to tell you everything in today's episode. Hey, sweet friend. If your to-do list is starting to feel longer than a king-size binding strip and your holiday expectations are creeping in faster than a rogue bobbin thread, you're in the right place. Welcome back to Loose Threads and Stitches, the podcast where we trade pressure for peace, the chaos for connection, and where quilting always has more to do with the heart than hustle. I'm Christen from I See Stars Quilting. I am a quilter, a chaos wrangler, and your holiday sanity sidekick today. We are going to have a heart-to-heart chat about something that many of us do this time of year, and we try to gift our way into feeling like we are enough. This isn't just about patterns or timelines. This is about the emotional weight of trying to make meaning with our hands while the world keeps spinning faster and faster and faster around us. So, if this is hitting home for you right now, I want you to take a deep breath. I want you to grab a cozy drink and then settle in and chat with me. Let's talk about how we can gift handmade with intention and maybe even enjoy ourselves while we're doing it. So be honest with me, okay? Do you start November with like big Martha Stewart energy, okay? Like we're planning elaborate gift ideas, sketching out personalized quilt plans. Maybe you even started this like back in January, all right? You're sketching out your quilt plans and you're organizing your stash like it is going to be a color-coded candy shop, okay? But then Jurassic Park life happens, okay? Suddenly, the kids are sick. Family members aren't feeling well. Your job explodes. There's glitter everywhere somehow, and you haven't used glitter, right? And you're supposed to like whip out 12 handmade gifts like a well-rested elf who hasn't touched caffeine since like September. No, man. We're not going to do that this year. We're not even going to put those thoughts into our frame of mind for this year. So here is how, when I say we, I mean me, but I would love for this to become kind of a natural trend that we as quilters and artists and women kind of like maybe rebel is too strong of a word, but go against what the rest of the world is telling us to do, which is speed up this time of year. Make it to every single gathering. Don't miss out on a party. Make sure you live life to the fullest. And I want to approach it more so with reality, with grace. And I'm not going to lie, it's probably going to be met with a little bit of sass. That's just how it is. So not everybody needs a quilt for the holidays. Say it with me. Not everyone gets a quilt. That may be harder for some of you more than others. It doesn't make you mean or selfish or a bad quilter. It makes you sane, okay? Quilts are a love language of their own, and you don't need to say, I love you in a twin size to every single person in your life, okay? I want you to pick a few people, the ones who will cherish your work. I can't tell you how many quilters come to me and say, my family has no idea. Like, the quilt that I made them cost me hundreds of dollars and like a bajillion hours of my life. And I think they would rather have like an Amazon gift card for $25, right? So I want you to give it to those people who will cherish it, the ones who won't toss it in the trunk of their car and forget it exists. I want you to give to those people freely. Everybody else, a mug rug, a pot holder, a hug, and a hot cocoa mix in a cute bag, right? You can love people without stitching your sanity away. Now, if your love language is in a quilt, that's fantastic. It doesn't mean it has to be an intricate paper pieced pattern for every single person in your family, okay? Simple quilts can still be absolutely stunning. Now is not the time for intricate applique for a 12-point star block unless you really, really love that kind of challenge and you really, really love that person, okay? Think about choosing fast finishes. Think charm pack quilts, panel quilts. You could even tie a quilt instead of actually going through and quilting it. I find that when we stop trying to impress, we start creating more with joy. A simple quilt made with heart is a masterpiece. Period. End of sentence. Your work is a masterpiece. And something that can really help you like get through those quilts is to batch your process, okay? You can think of your holiday sewing like a mini factory, but like with candles and Netflix in the background. So cut all of your fabric at once. Chain piece as much as possible and set aside a weekend to press and bind while watching holiday movies, okay? Make the most of it. There is peace in repetition, and if you've watched my videos, you know I'm a huge fan of this. There is calm in routine, and a bonus to this is it makes you feel like you're actually making a lot of progress, even in the middle of December chaos. Okay, so another thing that can help is to give yourself a drop dead date. I know, stick with me because you're going to want to hear what my drop dead date is, okay? Whatever your holiday deadline is, move it up a week or two, okay? Because shipping delays happen, school events happen, random illnesses happen. I almost fell just trying to make this like podcast episode, but things that make this season kind of more crazy than it already is, they're coming for you. Just know that if you plan for those things in advance, it will be easier to get through them, okay? You may not know exactly what's coming for you, but give yourself breathing room by wrapping up a gift by early December. Or plot twist, you can gift the top and finish the quilt in January if you need to. That's totally a thing. I've done it before, and there are no quilt police here. You can be like, this is a fabric scrap from the project that I'm making for you. It didn't happen when I thought it would, but I want it to be special for you, and so I'm going to take the extra time. It's just not going to be ready by, whatever date in December that you're meeting with somebody. So a late gift made with love is still an amazing gift. And sometimes it's even better after the holiday rush has passed because they can truly enjoy the gift that you made, right? This next part, I'm not really quite sure how to approach, but I'm just going to give you a quick and dirty tip here, okay? Check your reality filter. We all have that fantasy version of holiday prep, the one with the handmade gift wrap, the gourmet cookies on the side, enough time to English paper piece under the twinkling lights of the Christmas tree. But if we're really, really honest, most of us are in our pajamas for multiple days straight at midnight, trying not to cry over our seam ripper that we have used more times than we want to admit. Okay. That was the earlier reference to a Martha Stewart holiday vision in a Jurassic Park world. Like, check your reality filter, okay? Check those expectations. Are you trying to prove something? Are you trying to earn somebody's love or approval with your fabric? Because you don't have to. You are already enough, my friend. You are already enough as you are. The gift that you give is just a bonus. Truth is, real life is messy, it's unpredictable, it's beautifully imperfect, and your quilting has absolute permission to be too. Okay? I want you to let go of the guilt projects. You know the ones. The quilt that you promised 3 years ago, the Christmas table runner that you cut but you never stitched it. If it doesn't spark joy or feel doable right now, let it go. I can tell you, I have had on my list to make a Christmas tree skirt since we moved into this house 5 years ago. Do I have a Christmas tree skirt? No, I don't. Do I want to make one? Yeah, but it's not my priority. In fact, this year, I don't even really know what we're going to do as far as Christmas decorations, because I realized that we have a kitten now. This is going to be his first Christmas. I'm going to be very, very choosy with which decorations I put out. I don't know, I'm still going to decorate, but I don't know which ones I'm going to put out. We're going to have to see how things go with him. So, you can always revisit things next year, or you can donate the parts to somebody else, or you can turn it into something totally different. This season is not about carrying the weight of all of your past intentions, okay? Or feeling that guilt of, oh my God, it's been 5 years that we've lived in this house and I still don't have a tree skirt. So it's about choosing joy for right now and letting it be fun again, okay? Put on your favorite music, burn that peppermint candle, eat the ugly cookies that you were going to gift to someone else, and let this be fun. Go get the eggnog. Enjoy the eggnog. Give yourself permission to enjoy the process, even if the outcome isn't picture perfect. Nobody is going to remember if all of your seams were exact. They will remember how you made them feel in your gifts. If today's episode hit home for you, would you do me a favor? Share it with a friend who needs permission to slow down too. Or drop a comment and tell me what's the most unrealistic handmade gift idea that you've ever attempted. All right. I don't know how, but I'm going to give bonus points if your comment involves glitter. Okay. So know that you and we're in this together. There is this can be a no stress quilting for this season. Okay. I know in my heart that it's possible. And my friend, you are not behind. You are not lazy. You are a creative, beautiful person who is thoughtful and a deeply loving person who sometimes might dream really, really big and bite off more than you can stitch, right? But this year, you get to choose joy. I'm going to choose joy. You get to choose ease. You get to choose handmade with heart, not hustled. Yeah, we can choose that together, you and me. So take a deep breath. Quilt what you can, skip what you can't, and remember, magic is not in the physical things that you make. It is in you yourself. And if nobody else says it today, let me be the one to tell you that you are doing amazing. You are doing beautifully. And I wish the most joy for you that you can possibly take. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to follow this podcast so that you never miss an episode, and share this podcast with one of your quilting friends who could use a little reality filter in quilting truth. Maybe they live in the Jurassic Park world more so than the Martha Stewart world, you know? It's just life. It is. It's just life. And yeah, it could be much different. It could be much different. It could be much worse. It could be much better. But life is what it is, and we're just gonna keep rolling with it because that's what we got to do, right? So we're gonna find our joy where we can. I'm Christen with I See Stars Quilting.com, and I will talk to you next week. Bye.